Ms. Joyce Weston of Boston, Massachusetts, who is graduating this evening with a master's degree in reading. Ms. Weston graduated from Lesley University with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. The youngest of 3 siblings, Joyce was a classroom teacher for the Boston Public Schools for over 20 years. During her tenure in Boston, she fulfilled many roles, including lead teacher, English language arts, standards facilitator, and literacy specialist. She moved to Stoughton in 1991 and later became a reading teacher for our own Burnell Campus Elementary School of the Bridgewater Raynham School District. Now a grandmother, Joyce began pursuing her master's in reading in the Norwood Cohort Program in 2004. She is currently a reading specialist at the Coakley Middle School in Norwood and is dedicated to ensuring that all students become lifelong learners, the example of which she sets each and every day. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Joyce Weston.
Members of the administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates, it is a great honor to stand in front of you today to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2007. When I first learned that I was selected to give the commencement speech here this evening, I experienced various emotions. First, I was completely surprised, then honored, then humbled, and then anxiety set in. I began to wonder, what words of wisdom do I have to offer? Then I thought about a quote I once read by Robert Orban, a comedy writer. He said, "A graduation ceremony is an event where the commencement speaker tells thousands of students dressed in identical caps and gowns that individuality is the key to success." Well, after speaking to my family and friends, among all the appreciated advice, the words, "just be yourself," lingered in my mind. Tonight I am speaking as a fellow graduate. I am honored to have this opportunity to acknowledge the accomplishments of the graduates here this evening. When I think about how we made it here, one word comes to mind: perseverance. Perseverance is defined as the act or quality of holding to a course of action, a belief or a purpose, steadfastness. It certainly took great perseverance for all of us to achieve this goal. It also took courage. The great poet Maya Angelou said, "Courage is the vital virtue because it is the foundation of all the others. Without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently." Despite many setbacks, we had the courage to persist in our beliefs. In spite of discouragements, staying up long hours, working on papers, and dealing with real life responsibilities, we continued on our journey. We can exhale now because tonight we have arrived. This ceremony is in honor of your endurance and hard work. Aristotle once said, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet." While working on my master's degree here at BSC, among many other things, I became a first-time grandmother. I received a call that my daughter was on the way to the hospital as I was on my way to take an exam. I survived the anxiety, but I admit I did write the word push a couple of times on my test. Some of my classmates got married, had babies, received marriage proposals, purchased new homes, and experienced illnesses and loss of loved ones. We all had our ups and downs. Angelo once said, when it looked like the sun wasn't going to shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the sky. So the suggestion is that God put the rainbow in the clouds, in the sky, so that in the worst or hopeless of times, you can see some light. There have been people, your parents, your guardians, your teachers, your loved ones, who have been rainbows for you. Every graduate today has already been paid for. No matter where your ancestors came from, they have paid for you with their hard work. Class of 2007, we have the challenge of paying for those still to come. There are young women and men, maybe in your families, neighborhoods, some may be here tonight, who will see us as rainbows. We are the link to a new generation. We must continuously reassess, re-examine, and clarify our priorities. Whether you go into research, business, law, medicine, social work, education, or other careers, society will only continue to prosper when individuals come up with meaningful, new ideas and innovative approaches. Those creative individuals are you. If you develop a love for learning, you will never stop growing. Just remember that the area in which you will be most important will be the area in which you inspire, encourage, and support another human being. Now I would like to thank the members of the administration, college faculty, librarians, and staff members. We are here this evening because of your leadership, exceptional teaching, guidance, and mentoring. We thank you for your dedication to us. To the off-campus programs, thank you for your support. Finally, to my supervisors, friends, and classmates in the reading program and cohort, I am so glad we had this experience together. The APA manual has a permanent home in many of our bookshelves. I have cherished the times we had in the program, learning, laughing, and supporting one another. And last but not least, I give special thanks to my own family in memory of my loving parents who had the wit to value education. You will always be in my heart. To my other half, and sometimes my hope, my husband Warren, thank you for everything. And to my daughter Janelle and son, Warren III, thanks. And my brother and his wife are here tonight. I just thank you for being here. I'm sure all of us graduating tonight have people in our lives who we appreciate for putting up with us when we were stressed out about exams. Sometimes irritable, absent from the dinner table. We all have our own stories. We are eternally grateful because you helped us get here tonight. Thank you, and we love you. In closing, I congratulate all of you for your success. However, the diploma is just the beginning. That's why they call this ceremony commencement. We must continue to be persistent with a laser-like focus on our goals and dreams. Margaret Stelling said, if you believe in yourself, others will too. And if you have confidence in who you are, there is no end to what you can accomplish. I hope that you have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become. Please remember to share your gift with others. Again, I congratulate you and wish you the best. Thank you. Thank you.